So you're thinking about running, but not sure how to take the first step. My name is Brian Patterson, and I'm here to help. Welcome to Brian's Run Pod. Welcome back to Brian's Run Pod, and it's me, your host, Brian Patterson. Welcome you to the second part of my chat with my good friends, Jon and Paul. And I'm not talking about the Beatles. Anyway, we're as near as good to it, the next best thing, basically. In the second part, we continue our discussion about the Olympics, and we do another first on Brian's Run Pod, a quiz, would you believe it? Let's lace up your running shoes and listen to this enjoyable discussion, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did.
You know, all the time to watch things, but also I just think the way we consume entertainment is different now.
Do you think because of the times we're living in, like certain countries aren't included? I don't know if Russia is included, or is it included as an Olympic team or something like that? Does that kind of dilute the Olympics experience for you, or you still think it's kind of the best of the best are competing at an elite level?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you strip it back to what it is, to what the Olympics was originally, it hasn't changed. It's still people running against each other or throwing something or test of strength or whatever, and actually. That's quite pure, if you think about how, and I know training will have changed, the facilities will have changed, the way we measure things will have changed. But actually, the 100 metres is 8 people in a final running as fast as they can to get 100 metres away. And that, that can be done whether you're Canadian, from, Indonesia, wherever. I think it's a great, that is a great leveler of it. And I think a lot of other sports and things have changed massively. You think of football, VAR and just everything. I suspect if you looked at that from, what it was 100 odd years ago, it would look completely different. But running 100 metres doesn't change much. People are quicker now,
It's a very pure form of performance.
Correct. And it's a very, I think this, I'm not a huge fan of boxing, but I get the sort of, the sort of quite simple challenge in it. It's a duel, isn't it? It's two big lumps trying to, or little guys, or little ladies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think there's lots of elements of the Olympics that are very much like that.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of because your son's a lot older now. He's going 12, isn't he? And
not yet.
Not yet. Oh, not yet. Oh, of course.
You are his godfather, Brian. But we'll let you off next month, nearly. By the time this one out, he may well be 12. Yeah, we'll let you off.
Yeah. So, do you think that experience kind of translate down to them? So what do you think, Paul?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Adam doesn't need much encouragement to take an interest in sport generally. Yeah. But actually, the last Olympics, he would have been 11. Yeah. I don't think he got particularly enthusiastic about them. So maybe my challenge this time around is to sit and try and engage him, because I'm a big believer that, sport is a great thing it's a great thing at work to talk about, in terms of finding common ground. Yeah. It's also quite inspiring, I think, for young people to see, that when you put a lot in, you get something out. So this whole piece around your performance being a product of an awful lot of hard work, training, discipline, conditioning, diet, sacrifices, So I think this year I'm going to set myself a bit of a challenge to make sure that I'm engaging him on the Olympics as much as I do with football and cricket.
Because I'm also when I was growing up with a great believer of kind of like when you're at play, you kind of replicate the people you see on TV sort of thing, be it, because, I remember Anna when she was small pretending to run like Kelly Holmes, or when it was the 2004, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And I think that kind of pretend, you're playing with it. It's quite important.
Yeah.
So
they're putting themselves in the other individual shoes.
Yeah.
Adam's probably a little bit the other side of that now in terms of his age group, but I still think there's an awful lot of inspiration to come from watching sports people.
Yes, exactly. Inspiration. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
And one of the big things I think is with Olympic athletes, yes, they're different to what they were 20 years ago in terms of the remuneration they get from different sources and the level of backing, but they're not, your overpaid Premiership footballer.
They're not millionaire Premiership footballers. Yeah.
They are still people that are predominantly focusing on their sport. And I'm not saying that a lot of footballers don't, but I think going back to John's point, there's a lot more purity there in terms of a lot of the disciplines that are there in the Olympic arena in terms of the level of funding that these individuals have and the fact that the sport is at the heart of what they do, as opposed to the way they get remunerated for it. Certainly in a lot of the marginal sports, and I'd probably say that in a lot of the areas of athletics as well.
I only found out the other day it's lottery funding was thanks to John Major.
Was it?
Yes.
Good old John Major. Yeah.
I think he got the idea because he was into his cricket, but
Chelsea and cricket, big sportsman.
Anyway, that's an aside. So, not that this is we're encroaching into a political debate.
No, our election special on the 4th of July.
Brian's Rumpod. Yeah.
We are moving. We are in Purden now, aren't we? So.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't say anything.
No.
Just strike that from the record.
Yes. Right. So, I did kind of prepare a little quiz. So I could either do and it's a really simple.
So, you shouldn't say it's simple because now Paul and I are under pressure when you
So
say...
I could either I ask you one question, John, and then if you can't get question, then it goes over to
phone a friend.
I can pass it on to Paul, or I can leave it, just ask both of you, or it's however you want to do it. So. But you will get. I mean, I'm sure you'll definitely get all of these right.
Do them alternately because we've been doing the questions alternately. And we can just hope one of us doesn't have a complete brain.
Okay, I did actually test these out with Katie, my wife.
Did Katie get them all right?
No, not all of them. No. Oh, he's looking at the back.
I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating.
Very inquisitive.
So there's 20 questions.
Oh wow! Okay,
so there'll be 10 each. So we'll start off with a really easy one.
I'll take that.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in which city was the first modern Olympic Games held in 1896?
I'm going to say Athens.
Correct. Oh. Right, over to you, Paul.
Did you know that, Paul?
I would have got that. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Paul, what 5 colours are on the Olympic rings?
Okay, black, yellow, green, red, blue.
Correct. Easy one, this one for you, Paul. John.
You've got one wrong.
How often are the Summer Olympic Games held?
They're held every 4 years, Brian.
Right. Okay, over to you, Paul. Which country has won the most Olympic medals overall?
Is this Summer Olympics only?
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
I'm going to say USA.
Yep, correct. Right.
Bit of thinking.
Might be a tricky one, but first of all, on this question, you can get a bonus point. I'll tell you why. Okay, so what is the Olympic motto? Bonus point is if you can say it in Greek.
Not got a clue.
Do you know what the Olympic motto is?
No, I haven't got a clue. Paul?
I'm just having a bit of a
Paul, can you not reach down and grab your 2012
just
Olympic?
having a bit of a think about it. Yeah. No, I don't.
No.
I don't.
Faster, higher, stronger.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I've never heard that.
Oh, really?
I've never heard that.
Oh, well, I think they do it have it on, I don't know, sometimes on the stadium or something. Right. Paul, in which year did women first compete in the Olympics?
Oh, gosh. Let's say, I said, well, I need to get the Olympics 1950.
Oh, no, it's funny. Katie said that 1900. Mm-hmm.
Just 50 years out, Paul.
Yeah.
We'll round it down.
So you're level peggings, I think.
These are trickier than you out, Brian. By the way.
So, John, which sport is nicknamed the Queen of the Olympic Games?
Which sport?
Which sport is nicknamed the Queen of the Olympic Games?
This is a complete guess. The Queen of the Olympic Games. I don't know, something like equestrian. Or is that a sport? Well, that's not a sport. That's an event, isn't it? Let me get a sport. Tennis.
Athletics.
Okay.
Track and field.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Which country hosted the 2020 Summer Olympics?
I can't even remember.
This is terrible, isn't it? This is ridiculous.
We probably should have swatted up, Paul, before this. Just even a cursory.
Japan.
Correct.
When was Beijing? When was
bonus point? Do you know when was the previous time it?
Oh, because it was all. Oh, of course, it was all COVID affected.
Do you know the previous time it was hosted in Japan?
Tokyo. I think it was in my lifetime.
I'm not sure it was. I'm going to go 72.
64.
All right, definitely not in my lifetime.
All right, okay. Right, John. Who is the most decorated Olympian of all time?
I think it's Michael Phelps.
Correct. Right, Paul. What is the name of the Olympic Flames journey from Greece to the host city called? So we had it coming through.
Yeah.
Twickenham, didn't we?
Yeah, the old torch relay.
Yeah, the Olympic torch relay. Yeah.
Well remembered.
Yeah, very good. Right, John. A little bit tricky, this one. But in which year were the first Winter Olympics Games held?
Can I have a clue? They're clearly not in the same year as the...
Well, up until,
I don't know,
at a certain point, they were held in the same year.
Okay.
I can't remember which.
Oh, they did used to be in the same year.
So, yeah, that's right. But
I'm going to go 58.
1924. And...
You knew that, Paul, didn't you?
No.
Right, next one for you, Paul. Which country won the first gold medal in the modern Olympics?
First gold medal.
In 1896.
Yeah, which country won the first gold medal?
Nice and easy.
In the modern Olympics.
Great Britain.
United States.
I really wanted you to get that.
Right, John, how many sports were included in the first modern Olympic Games? And I can probably say, you can say, I'll take a correct answer if you say under so many or...
Under 1,000.
No.
God, that's just silly, isn't it?
No, let's say between, between that. So because I don't even know how many sports there are now. There weren't that many. There was not many at all.
What sort of range am I allowed? Are we talking like 5 or 10? Or how many? So if I said like between 15 and 20, that's not my answer, by the way.
No,
I'm just testing.
Yeah. If you're doing that kind of thing between,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there was not many sports.
Come on, John, you can get this.
Do you think
1896?
Okay, between 10 and 15.
If you said 5 to 10,
I was going to say 5 to 10.
Right?
How many was it?
It was 9.
Round it up to 10 to 15. That's correct.
Right, you may not know this, Paul. Who was the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field in a single Olympics? Now, if you don't know this, then I don't mind. No.
First American
woman to win 3 gold medals.
I've got two in my head. Florence Griffiths.
Yeah, so I was thinking of.
No,
he hasn't said that. He said he had another one in his head as well.
Or Mary Decker-Slaney. They were the two I was going.
Wilma Rudolph.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that.
Right. So you should get this.
These are easy, Paul. Wait till we get to the tough quiz.
Yeah. Right. I've forgotten about Wilma.
Yeah. Right. So now, John, what Olympic sport combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting?
Is it the modern pentathlon? I've got that completely wrong, haven't I?
No. This is an Olympic. This is a Winter Olympic.
Oh, right. Oh, I don't know.
It is the biathlon.
Oh, Brighton, crikey. There's a bit of a clue there with 2 events in.
Right. Okay. So, Paul, in what year did the Olympics first feature a mascot? So it's quite recent, in the last
What?
40 years. Whatever.
Right.
Let's go for...
50 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just think this through. I think I just got this inkling that might possibly have been Montreal in 1976.
72. It was the Munich Games.
Oh, well, that's not in the last 50 years, John.
I'm sorry.
So,
oh dear, Ron. I think you've lost this quiz. Got my name wrong and then gave him a dumb clue.
Dear. I'm really sorry, Brian.
Okay.
Basic maths.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, all right. So, John, here we go.
Yeah.
So, which city is the only one to have hosted the Summer Olympics 3 times?
I think I know this.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So, ones that spring to mind would be Tokyo, Paris, LA, maybe Athens, because a few were there. But I'm going to say Tokyo.
I'm going to say London.
Correct.
Is it London?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
What was it?
1900?
1900?
That's the only one. Well, Paris have done it 3 times after.
Yeah, but they haven't hosted it yet, John.
Paris have never hosted it.
No,
they have. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying that was my question, Paul.
Right.
Will Paris be? Will they be the next one to do 3?
I don't think so.
No?
They did 1904?
Well, no.
John's looking at the programme from
Olympic programme.
He's making this clues. He's
I'm looking at this famous saying, the motto. There isn't anywhere on the official programme.
Yeah. Right, Paul. Who is the youngest individual gold medalist in the history of the Olympic Games? And if you know this, then you deserve
Right, it's going to be somebody. I think this might be fairly recent, but I haven't got a clue.
No. Marjorie Gestrig diving in 1936.
Give him a chance to answer. It's going to say it's rolling off the tongue.
Right, now this is an easy one. No, you've got to get this one, John.
Yeah.
What is the name of the international organisation that governs the Olympic Games?
Now, I'm confused. I'm going to confuse it with the cricket one, which the cricket one is it the IOC?
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was going to confuse it with the ICC.
So the cricket one, you said it is, the cricket one's not the IOC.
No, the Olympics one is.
Yeah.
Don't play your little games, Paul.
Right. Now, last one for you, Paul.
Well, for both of us, because he's done the second.
Which Olympic event is known for its 5-discipline challenge, including fencing, swimming, equestrian, show jumping, and combined event of pistol shooting and cross-country running?
So it's got 5 events in it, isn't it? And it's quite new.
It's the biathlon.
Pent is I think it might be the modern pentathlon.
Correct. Well done. I think we can say it's a tie.
No, I think Paul won by 2. I was keeping count. Well done, Paul.
Were you keeping count?
Well, you definitely, or maybe it was 1. I don't know, but you definitely you shaded it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the really easy questions.
Thanks, Brian.
Yes.
We now have a quiz for you.
The good news is that I never keep going on about things, so John will never hear about this quiz ever again.
Anyway, thanks very much for agreeing to come on the podcast. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much.
Very good.
A little bit of a glitch in between, halfway through, where it stopped recording. But anyway, I think we got around that.
Yeah.
So
thanks to John's technical expertise.
Yeah.
John's.
Unfortunately, it cut off at the bit where I got all the quiz questions right. So we then had to re-record and make it look more genuine by letting Paul win. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I hope all our listeners have enjoyed today. Anyway, I just want to say again, thanks very much. And
thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you, Brian. Nice to see you.
All right. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap for another exhilarating episode of Brian's Run Pod. Thanks for tuning in, folks. As always, we've got your back with all things running. And next week, get ready for some awesome beginner hints and tips to kickstart your running journey. Oh, and before we sign off, exciting news. We're now available on YouTube. So whether you're pounding the pavement or chilling at home, you can catch us there too. Plus, we have a new feature on the podcast. You can now send me a message. Yep, you heard it right. Brian's Run Pod has become interactive with the audience. If you look at the top of the episode description, tap on send us a text message. You can tell me what you think of the episode, or alternatively, what you would like covered. If you're lucky, I might even read them out on the podcast. Hey, if you want to keep up with the latest updates, behind the scenes fun, and even some exclusive content, make sure to follow me on social media. You can find me on Twitter, or should I say X, at Brian's Run Pod. We've also just launched a shiny new Facebook page. Simply search for Brian's Run Pod and give us a like. And don't forget to hop on over to Instagram, where you can catch all our visual adventures at Brian's Run Pod. For those of you who love diving deep into the episodes, head over to our website, www.briansrunpod.co.uk, and there you'll find detailed show notes, handy chapter markers, make it too easy to navigate through our favourite discussions. Please leave a review, as it will always help others find this podcast. Music is by Happy Days by Stock Audio, not forgetting artwork by Alice Patterson. Till next week, thanks again for listening.